Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars. ParisStarChannel here welcomes you with a new and possibly a very exciting episode. Guys, there is definitely something to be excited about because, guys, Lancome is in the house. In the form of the super exciting launch right over here, the skin tint from Lancome. Oh, this is something that is unheard of. A skin tint that it's supposed to be a serum skin tint, which means there is a good mixture of the skincare mixed with the coverage. I mean, for my mature skin, I want to know. I have some questions and I want some answers. So the product is right over here, guys, ready to be tested. But since we are going within this category of the makeup, of the coverage that is supposed to take care about our skin, we have as well a skin caring concealer from Lancome. So we're going all about the skin caring type of a situation in the form of the lightweight skin tint and in the form of the concealer. And then we're going to test it on my mature skin. So yes, guys, if this is something that interests you, welcome. Please tune in to my channel, to the party, where we celebrate diversity and beauty. Because diversity makes us all different. With our differences, we are all gorgeous, unique, and beautiful. Guys, let's start today's episode. Today's episode is all about the house of Lancome and their skin caring makeup products in the form of the tint and in the form of the concealer. If this is something that interests you, tune in because we're just about to start. Alright, guys, so here we are back, ready to start today's episode. But before we're going to start today's episode, a little bit of a disclaimer. First thing, I like to talk. Usually, guys, I really have a lot of things and lots of information that I would like to pass it to you. So I like to talk. My episodes are usually long, but this is how I like it to be. This is how I like my channel to be. It's not about something really very short, but it is something about the extensive information about the products that I'm testing on my mature skin. So, if by any chance you have just a little bit of a time, feel free to jump to any part of the episode because this episode, for your own convenience, has been divided into chapters so that you can watch any part of the episode as you like, but feel free and you're more than welcome to stay for the whole duration of the episode because I really have prepared a lot of information for you, so that might be useful for you to make a decision if these products there are your purchase product decision. And then the second thing, guys, is I am over 40 years old. My skin is normal to dry. Allow me now to show. This is how my skin looks like. It has been already being taken care of. There is a lot of skincare right over here, and of course the sunscreen. So when it comes to my personal preference for makeup, this is a very beautifying Frenchy makeup, no makeup. That is beautifying, as I've mentioned, and it's not really covering you fully. This is a breathable, beautiful, lightweight makeup. And then when it comes to me, this is, and my preferences, this is what kind of a products that I'm looking for testing, which are might be the skin tints or the foundations with light, medium, maximum, medium coverage. And that is my personal preference. So yes, guys, if you are, what I'm trying actually to say, if you are a big fan of the full coverage makeup, I might be not very much of a help because this is not my preference. So yeah, guys, I guess that would be all when it comes to the disclaimer. And right now, guys, let's jump into this super exciting test. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit about these products, because definitely there are some important informations to pass. All right, guys. So let's start today's episode. In this part of the episode, we are going to introduce the product, talk a little bit about the product, talk a little bit about the ingredients, and because, well, I definitely want to know, what am I putting on my face? And all information that I am going to use in this episode comes from the official website of Lancome, United States of America. So let's start introducing the products and talk a little bit about them. The first product that I would like to talk about would be this one. And guys, it is the Lancome Skin Idole 3 Serum Super Tint Skin Tint. So guys, this is how the product looks like, and we're having a 3 serum skin tint, 30 milliliters of the product, and there is something quite intriguing. Flammable until dry. I mean, what kind of a skincare is in here that is flammable? I have questions. I have questions. That's why there's an ingredients list, because I'm super curious what kind of a skincare is so flammable. It's gonna be. Is it going to set me on fire? We're going to see. We're going to talk about it. Beautiful logo of Lancome. Absolutely iconic. My shade is 14N. And then you take it out of the box, and I really like this packaging, I must definitely admit. For it's modest, but at the same time it is luxurious. And there is some sort of a pearl that comes through. I believe this is a see-through bottle, and there is some sort of a pearl that comes from the product itself. And then you take some drops, and as you can see, it is pretty liquidy. It is a skin tint, so it is supposed to propose the lightest coverage possible, and that is the shade 14N. It looks actually quite nice, not too yellow, not too pinky, just about right. A very typical kind of, I would say, neutral shade. So yes, guys, I suppose this is how it looks like, and let's jump into the official website of Lancome, and talk a little bit about the claims. So you can see it right now. And then what it is: Skin Idole 3 Serum Super Tint covers like a tint, yet feels like a serum, delivering a luminous natural finish up to 24 hours. Interesting. This tinted serum offers a lightweight, buildable coverage that seamlessly glides on the skin. We shall test it out. Available in 20 flexible shades, perfect for your everyday no makeup look. I love it. Absolutely love it. The French definition of a beauty is all about the makeup, no makeup. What it does: 3 Serum Super Tint instantly blurs, evens and hydrates skin for a dewy, healthy looking complexion that lasts all day. This skincare infused formula reinforces your skin barrier with 3 powerful serums: niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin E. After 4 weeks, consumers found their bare skin looking softer, smoother, and visibly plumper. So when it comes to the ingredients callouts, we have 1% hyaluronic acid, we have 2% niacinamide, and then we have vitamin E infused. Benefits: it delivers luminous glow, it instantly smooths and blurs, it controls and reduces shine once applied, invisibly plumps and hydrates skin, it's non-sticky, non-greasy, crease-proof, does not settle in wrinkles or fine lines, and no comedogenic. The formula is lightweight. The skin is supposed to look smoother, and skin should be looking naturally refreshed. So guys, of course, I will have to look into the ingredients list, and a little bit of a disclaimer, I am not any expert when it comes to the ingredients. I like to prepare myself thoroughly for my episodes and talk a little bit about the ingredients. This is my own personal opinion. Opinion are not facts, so let's have that in mind. So guys, right now you can see the ingredients list for the skin tint, and there are few things. Some things that are marked in green, and some of them that are marked in orange. And these ones that are marked in orange, it is an awareness type of an ingredient, which means you should know what it is. I would like to inform you what it is. The first ingredient that is marked in orange, it is called an alcohol denat, and it is the first awareness ingredient. So alcohol denat, it's a product that emulsifies everything, that binds everything all together, and then, well, it comes with some sort of a cost, because it is not advised, it is not doesn't have beneficial aspect to the skins that is sensitive, that is sensible, that it sends to red, that it can the skins that can have redness, because alcohol denat can be irritating, have an opinion of being irritating to that kind of a skin. And for me personally, as a person that has over 40 years old, I can speak for my own personal experience, and an extensive use of products that contains alcohol denat, like day after day, can cause some sort of an extreme and extensive dryness in my skin. This is my own personal opinion. That's why this ingredient is marked in orange as some sort of a awareness ingredient. And then in the bottom we have another ingredient in orange marked as orange as this phenoxyethanol. Phenoxyethanol, it is a conservant, so it keeps everything all together and prevents it from spoiling. So it is important to have a conservant, but the phenoxyethanol has really a very controversial opinion, and some people say that for safety, it should not be used. Any product that contains phenoxyethanol should be not used by women in pregnancy. The opinion of the phenoxyethanol extends to the points that some people are claiming on internet that it is an endocrine disruptor. So these are the two ingredients that are marked in orange, but there are some ingredients that are marked in green. And we start with glycerin, a very good moisturizing ingredient. And then we have niacinamide, which means that the promise of the existence of the first serum, because there's supposed to be 3, niacinamide is right over here. Good. It takes care about it is a very good skin caring ingredient, takes care about your skin and smooths your skin, control your the sebum production, and it is an antioxidant which protects our skin from the external stressors. A good ingredient. And then we have sodium hyaluronate, which can be considered as a hyaluronic acid. Once again, the promise of the serum is present right over here. It is a humectant. It attracts moisture from the external environment, so it brings moisture to the skin. And then we have something like glycine soja oil, soybean oil. It is a very good and interesting ingredient that has an occlusive properties, so it is rich in many benefitable ingredients. What I am trying to say, an occlusive ingredient is going to create some sort of a film and lock the moisture. So yes, it's good. And then we have tocopherol, another. Once again, a promise of is delivered. It is a vitamin E, which protects us from the external stressors. So it is a very good anti-aging ingredient. So if you would like to summarize Lancome, and within this product, is telling us that this product has 3 serums. The serum of a niacinamide, the serum of hyaluronic acid, and the serum of tocopherol vitamin E. And when I look at the ingredients, I can say for sure that this promise is delivered. So I'm super curious how it is going to look like on my skin. Good. Guys, let's go to the second product right over here, and it is this one. So we're talking about the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow Serum Concealer. So guys, this is how the product looks like. A little bit of an unboxing experience for you, because why not? We're talking about the concealer that is supposed to be filled with skincare. That is supposed to give you coverage, and at the same time it's supposed to have some sort of a skincare benefits. I'm super curious. When it comes to the ingredients, you can see it right over here, and you can pause the video if you want, because once again, it is a flammable product. So I'm like, what is going on within the Lancome product? How a flammable product can be a skin caring product? I'm confused. 120N would be my personal shade that I chose for this test, because I like just a teeny tiny bit of a brightening, and I think that is a very interesting neutral shade, slightly pinkish peachy, but not too much, rather more neutral. 120N, and of course a beautiful logo of Lancome, which is a rose. And then we're opening the product, and you can see right now a very interesting doe-foot, something different, something that we're not being used to. You know, every brand has its own approach to such kind of a subject, and then we spread it, and I really like the shade. I think that was a very good, personally, very good choice for myself. So guys, and then it is a very interesting kind of stretchable formula. I'm super curious to test it out in my under eyes. So there you go, the concealer 120N in action. So guys, if we would like to go to the website, what do we see? What it is? A multi-use hydrating serum concealer that delivers up to 24-hour hydration, medium buildable coverage, and a natural soft glow finish. For me, it's just like, absolutely. This is something I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a full coverage. I definitely want to have a concealer that is non-visible, non-drying. If it gives you moisture, if it gives moisture to my under eye area, that's even better. And medium coverage maximum, that's wonderful. So it's a natural soft glow finish. Cute. What it does, with a 81% serum base skin loving formula, this multi-use hydrating concealer enhances your natural look rather than covering your imperfection. Beautiful. Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow Serum Concealer is best for blurring and brightening under eye dark circles and enhancing your features for an everyday natural soft glow look. The creamy hydrating concealer formula easily blends into the skin, and its unique applicator allows for ease of application with its ultra pointed tip. We've just seen it. Curved and flat surface for multi-use. No creasing or caking up to 12 hours. What else you need to know, guys? Contains hyaluronic acid, which is known to hydrate the skin if it has an access to moisture from the outside environment. Let's just say that. Ceramides and peptides, which are known to protect and strengthen the skin barrier. Awesome. I mean, you know, when we can have the concealer that has ceramides and peptides, so a product that is very good, has these ingredients for the under eye area, wow, impressed. And pairs nicely with the other products from the Lancome. In this particular situation, we're going to test it with the other skin caring product, which is going to be the Tint. So guys, when it comes to the ingredients list, because obviously I'm super curious about the ingredients list, right now you can see it. And we're starting really, really very good. There's only one an awareness type of an ingredient marked in orange, and it is on the bottom, phenoxyethanol. This is what we've just been talking about in just a second ago. It is infamous, should I say, preservative that keeps our product from spoiling, but it has an infamous opinion of being a little bit of an endocrine disruptor, an awareness ingredient. And then we have lots of actually positivity in the form of the green ingredients, and we start with cocoa, caprylat, caprat, and glycerin, which are an amazing moisturizing ingredients. Good, absolutely love it. And then we have Helianthus alnus seed oil, sunflower seed oil, another a very good occlusive type of an ingredient that locks the moisture wherever it's being layered on. Then we have a very interesting ingredient which is called citrus Unos fruit extract. And then what it is, the citrus Unos fruit extract, guys, it is an yuzu fruit that comes from the Japan that has been cultivated over there for over 1,500 years. So this yuzu extract, this yuzu plant extract, fruit extract, is being known for its incredible anti-aging properties because it stimulates the production of the collagen. So the more collagen we have, the more our skin is elastic, it's firm, and then it reduces a little bit of some fine lines and smooths your skin, and then it improves the elasticity, which is actually quite impressive in my own personal opinion. And this ingredient is quite high, which means that there is a good intensity of that ingredient within the concealer. And then we have something like Cera microcrystallina microcrystalline wax sear microcrystalline, which is, this ingredient practically creates some sort of a film in our under eye area while locking moisture. Whatever lies underneath, it's going to be locked any kind of a moisture. A very good ingredient when it comes to the formulation of the concealer. And then we have sodium hyaluronate, which can be considered as a hyaluronic acid. And then we have something like salicylphytosphingosine. And guys, what it is? This is the promise of the presence of the ceramide. It is maintained. It is delivered. So it is an ingredient that practically we can say it enhances your natural protective skin barrier. Good ingredient, and I love it. And then we have something like the carnosine, and if you have been wondering what the carnosine is, it is a dipeptide. And when we say this dipeptide is definitely responsible for smoothing your skin, and it is an ingredient that enhances and protects and enhances your skin barrier as well. So both of the promises from Lancome when it comes to the ceramide and the peptides is absolutely delivered right over here. A big bravo. And then we have tocopherol, which is a vitamin E, which means this is a very powerful and punchy antioxidant that is going to protect us from the external stressors. So yes, guys, when it comes to this particular concealer, I can definitely confirm its promise of being a skin-caring concealer, of having a very intriguing ingredients that are going to keep the moisture within our skin, that are going to lock the moisture whatever we layered underneath, and it's going to protect our barrier and from the external stressors, natural skin barrier from the external stressors. So yes, absolutely, the delivery is right over here from Lancome. So yes, guys, that would be all when it comes to the introduction of these products. And right now, let's test them on my face. Let's see how are they going to look like and perform on my mature skin. Alright guys, so whatever I wanted to say and introduce you the product, it has been said and done. And right now in this part of the episode, let's jump into the application of these products. They really sounds very promising, a hybrid product when skincare meets with makeup. Apparently it's all together combined in the form of the skin tint and in the form of the concealer. Let's see how it is going to look like on my mature skin. So guys, if you've just tuned in by now, allow me to tell you one thing. I'm over 40 years old. My skin is normal to dry, with extremely dry areas right over here in my cheekbones. So whatever it's drying right over here on my face, there are fine lines and wrinkles, and my makeup looks aging, and I guess no one wants that. So my preference goes towards this kind of a French makeup, no makeup, that it's super lightweight and is just beautifying, not necessarily fully covering. So guys, I already prepped my skin, and this is how my skin looks like after the preparation. Of course, some skincare, some sunscreen, and then when it comes to the primers, my all-time favorite would be the Dior Forever Velvet Veil primer in the T-zone, that slightly like a veil mattifies and allows my makeup to last longer without drying my skin. And then of course the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in my cheekbones to give myself a little bit of a luminosity and glow, and that's it. Good. So let's go and let's apply this skincare infused makeup from Lancome. The first product, I guess that would be the concealer. First, what I am actually going to do, I'm going to do the swatch, and then we are going to control the if it oxidizes in any way, shape or form. And now I am going to apply it in my under eye area, and then we're going to have a comparison what this super lightweight maximum medium coverage makeup is doing on my face. So as you can see, the doe foot is actually very interesting, very intriguing. And one thing, my under eye area is difficult. It's definitely very challenging for any kind of a makeup. So practically, when I am wearing makeup, I hardly ever wear concealers. For the test purposes, sometimes I am featuring concealers. I'm definitely looking for a non-drying concealer that is not screaming that it exists in my under eye area. Right now, it is quite difficult to find because concealers on its own, they have their nature that they want to set. So when they set, they increase dryness, and then when they increase dryness, they expose fine lines and wrinkles. I have lots of fine lines and wrinkles in my under eye area, so I don't want to expose that area. Anyway, moving on. Let's go. A skincare infused and skincare infused concealer from Lancome. Let's have a look. Let's apply it just like so. And this is a very interesting formula. It is very kind of like stretchable. As you can see, look what I'm doing. It's like it almost stretches like some sort of a cream. Very interesting, like an eye cream actually, like a skincare. So it is very nice to the touch. Very like, I don't know how to say it, gel-like should I say. Very interesting consistency. And it does a job. I mean, okay. The website is saying that it is not a full coverage concealer, and I can completely agree with that. But at the same time, it is not. Concealer is not doing anything. I can definitely see some coverage right over here and some brightening. It looks nice. right now. It actually looks very, very interesting, kind of like stretchable formula. I can take a little bit of a sponge and apply it just like this. So you can see it. This is how it looks like when you're going to apply just one layer. Very nice. Very lightweight. I'm going to apply one more spot right over here and see how it is going to apply while blended with the brush as well. You know, we're going to work it like that. It blends and it spreads very nicely. It can be applied super lightly. It can be built up, but to some extent, let's just say the medium coverage would be the sweet spot. Yeah. As you can see, there is definitely some difference right over here in comparison with the area that is covered and with the area that is not covered. Since I already have some more, I'm just going to spread it just a little bit so that we won't face the product. And once again, I'm going to use the sponge, press it just like so, and I'm going to leave it like this. So guys, this is how the concealer looks like in my under eye area. And right now, we're gonna jump into the star of today's episode, which is going to be a latest launch from Lancome, which would be the Tint, a skincare-infused tint filled with niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin E. As you can see, it is definitely very liquidy. It is quite interesting. If this is a see-through bottle, there is some sort of a pearl. Definitely not glitter, but there's definitely some pearl peeking through. I wish there would be more gold addition over here so that this could be much more cohesive. It's a little bit like brownie. It's fine. I'm just like, I'm just picky. Still, nonetheless, a simple packaging that gives me a luxurious vibe. For sure. And it's not a twist cap, you just do it something like this. And then I'm going to do the second swatch right over here on my hand. And then we're going to do the comparison just few minutes after how it is going to look like and behave. So, if you would be curious, this is the concealer, 120N. And this is the tint, 14N. It's a little bit dark. But from the place where I got it, they haven't had the previous lighter shade, so I had to go for 14N. There are lighter, but they are exclusive to the Lancome. So if you think that this might be a little bit too dark for you, you would have to shop exclusively on Lancome, where the lighter shades are available. Good. Anyway, let's go and let's apply. I'm going to use a sponge. This is the Makeup Forever sponge, and it's a very unique because it's double-sided. This is pretty rough. This is pretty soft. So what I am actually going to do it. Look. I'm going to spread the tint just like so, and I am going to spread the tint just like so. Alright, something is happening definitely. When it comes to tints, it's like a diluted foundation, which means there is not much of a coverage, but it is a product that gives you a tint. That's why it's called a tint, should I say. And yes, there's definitely something happening here. There is a very subtle perfume, very nice. And now when I have this, I'm going to flip over the sponge and then I'm going to press everything over. Good. Definitely something is happening. The shade, I'm kind of like, I wouldn't mind to go shade lower. because as you can see, I'm pretty fair tone. This is almost, I would say, not light, not medium, but like light medium kind of an intensity. This 14N. I will try to build up in here, and then we'll see, and press it. It is buildable, but definitely to some extent, because obviously it's a tint, so don't expect too much. It is skin perfecting. I can see it because I'm looking here at the mirror, guys, okay? And I'm observing the situation. Nice. The effect is nice. There's definitely some sort of a super lightweight correction that is happening right now. So guys, allow me now to show you. This is the tint, and this is how it looks like on my face. Shade 14N. This is the side without anything. And this is the side with the tint. So yes, there's definitely, absolutely, definitely something happening right over here. A very slight correction, skin perfection for sure. So yes, guys, to save some time, allow me now to apply this on the other side of my face, and I'll be back and we're going to continue with this episode. Oh, and by the way, I would have almost forgot, guys. I would have almost forgot. Let's go back to our swatches, because they have been resting on my face for quite some time. Let's do the swatches and compare the fresh swatch with the one that has already rested. So first, I'm going to take the concealer, and I'm going to swatch it really very quickly. Yep. We have the answers, and I'm going to take the tint and swatch it slightly. Good. We got the answers, guys. So, this is the concealer, 120N. This the swatch that has already rested, and the swatch that is fresh. There's definitely some sort of a oxidation on my skin. Right now it looks actually very nice after oxidation, but fresh it is a little bit light. And then there's a tint, this that has been rested, and the one that has been swatched. It goes on my skin. It goes towards orangey, warm tone, peachy tones. For your information. So I guess the most important thing is what I'm trying to tell you. If you would be interested into buying these products, definitely give yourself a swatch, walk for 5 minutes in the shop and go back to these swatches and have a comparison, because obviously we all have different skin tones and it's going to look different on everyone. And apart from that, apparently the process of oxidation is individual and it has its own individual effects. For me, it's just an information. As you can see, the concealer has definitely oxidized, and then the tint has definitely oxidized as well. So yeah, okay, that would be all what I wanted to say. Allow me now to finish and apply it on the other side, and I'll be back and we'll continue with this test. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars! ParisStarChannel here welcomes you with this first check-in. Guys, makeup has been finished. Makeup has been done with some finishing touches and some products. If you have been wondering what is actually on my face, a little bit of the Makeup by Mario liquid bronzer, and then in the shade Light, a little bit of the mixture of the blushes from Makeup Forever in this kind of a unique and wonderful cream palette. We love each other. There's so much choice, and you can go just and mix whatever and whatnot and have a wonderful, beautiful effect. I absolutely love it. When it comes to the glow and the glass skin effect, this is always given to me because of the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter. This one is slightly tinted in the shade Pillow Talk. I love it. And then when it comes to the under eye area, this side of my under eye area has been powdered with a powder from Pat McGrath Lips, the most famous one in the shade light. So guys, allow me now to approach from afar. This is how it looks like. Now from the close-up, which is very important, guys, this is how it looks like. So you're looking at the you're looking at the tint and the concealer. When makeup fits skincare. So guys, this is how it looks like. A little bit of a correction that comes from a tint, a lightweight coverage when it comes to the concealer, as you can see it right now, with a side that has been powdered and the side that has not been powdered. This is how it looks like. And guys, of course, for you, this is how it looks like in the natural light, because we've just seen it in the studio light. Camera picks up things differently when it's inside in comparison with how it picks up when it's outside. Absolutely, I can totally agree with that. So for me, it is very important to show you how it looks like. In here, my camera always kind of emphasizes the intensity and shows you colors much more intense than in comparison how do they look like in the real life. So it's important to have a little bit of a comparison. Nonetheless, I can definitely and for sure say that the 14N shade that comes in the tint, it is not necessarily my shade. I could definitely go slightly lighter and I think I would be happy. Nonetheless, what I do see now, I see a skin perfection. And then I haven't powdered my face, and then I can see that this product has set in like 80%. Which means it hasn't had fully set, but at the same time it's not moving. It's not like slip and slide, and the finish tries to be rather natural, luminous, radiant, matte. It is not a mega glow type of the product. The glow that comes from here, it's the glow that comes from the Charlotte Tilbury product that gives me this kind of a glow, because the product, the tint itself, as you can see it right the best on my forehead, it is a natural, beautiful, luminous matte. Everything is unified, absolutely. So I suppose that would be all when it comes to this first check-in, and right now let's meet by the end of the day, guys, and have a little bit of a summary. I guess the most important thing is how these products filled with skincare, they're going to perform on my skin during the whole course of time. Because right now, of course, after the application, it's always amazing. But how it is going to look like by the end of the day, we're going to find out in just a second. So yeah, guys, let's have a look. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars. ParisStarChannel here welcomes you with a final check-in and my final thoughts by the end of the day. And if you have been wondering when is the end of the day, well, it is pretty late, guys. It is after 11 in the evening and it's pretty close to midnight, so it's time to wrap it up and share my own personal thoughts about the products that has been tested today. So if you have just tuned in right now, and you've been wondering what kind of products we talk about, well, guys, we are entering the world of Lancome and the world of the hybrid products when skincare meets with makeup. So a latest and exciting launch in the form of the skin tints and then a concealer. Both of them product that gives you coverage while at the same time take care about your skin. So, how do they look like? How do they perform? Allow me now to approach before I'm going to influence you with my influencer. So guys, my camera is going to tell you the truth. In 4K, this is how it looks like after a whole day of wear when it comes to the skin tint. And then, guys, when it comes to the concealer, this is how it looks like. This side has been set with the powder, while this side has not been set with the powder. We're talking about the whole day of wear. This is how it looks like. So guys, let's start the summary. And first, let's start with the concealer. ParisStarChannel gives a green light to the concealer. When it comes to the coverage, I guess we've covered it already. Maximum medium coverage comes from this concealer. I think it is meant to be for this concealer to give you that kind of a little coverage and just like evening out everything what is happening in your under eye while being a non-drying, skin perfecting concealer, should I say, because this is what comes to my mind. I can definitely say that during the day, this area right over here, when I have most of the dark circles and dark places, it has worn out, but in general I am very impressed with this concealer. I think it is extremely a mature skin friendly concealer, for sure, and it acts definitely very good when being powdered. Without being powdered, it is good as well, but its performance is definitely enhanced when you're going to set it lightly with a setting powder, and the setting powder is not going to dry really the concealer unless you're gonna bake or whatever, whatnot. But if you're gonna powder lightly, sometimes these concealers, they don't like it, and then they change their formula, while this formula remains unchanged in the under eye area. It is really very impressive. It blends with my skin, it melts with my skin, it becomes undetectable, because it is really undetectable when I'm looking at myself, and very often I'm having, like, you see, lots of movement. I'm seeing lots of fine lines and wrinkles right over here. This concealer and its unique kind of almost plastic formula works with the skin without creasing. It is really very good. Definitely powdered lightly, its performance is enhanced, but nonetheless the side that has not been powdered, it is good as well. A non-drying concealer with this maximum medium coverage that works with the skin, and it's undetectable, something that I do like. So for me, ParisStarChannel gives a green light to the Lancome Serum Concealer. The promise of the skin caring non-drying concealer is delivered by Lancome. Good, and then when it comes to the skin tint, guys, ParisStarChannel gives a green light. I think it is a very interesting skin tint, but it's not the one that I fell in love with. The ones that I fell in love with still remain, this position remained unchanged, because what I do observe, obviously, my skin looks amazing, my skin looks beautiful, nothing has moved, nothing has really happened, no bad surprises, but I see some enhanced texture right over here. Usually I don't see it within the other skin tints, especially the one I'm going to tell you in just a second. This one in particular, maybe it's just my skin, maybe it's because of what I've been layering it on. There are lots of versions. For the moment, when I'm recording it and I need to give you information, I see that this tint enhanced a little bit of my texture right over here. So when it comes to the smooth and blur, the promise has not been fully delivered. Nonetheless, it looks absolutely nice. So my other favorite skin tints would be the one from the Hourglass, the Veil skin tint, and the one from the Lisa Eldridge. This one from Hourglass is extremely hydrating. Absolutely glowy, beautiful, hydrating skin tint, to the point when you're gonna layer it a lot, it's not gonna set and it's gonna be slip and slide. So, you know, when you have to definitely be careful how much you layer it. When you layer it perfectly, it is a pure moisturizing perfection with a super light coverage. It is beautiful. It is nice. While this one from Lisa Eldridge is something like a diluted foundation that gives you a super lightweight, perfected coverage. Absolutely, I love it. There's nothing when it comes to the skincare in here important. So, if you've been asking about the latest launch from the Lancome, which is the closest? Is it the skin caring or is it the from the Lisa Eldridge? I would actually say that how it acts and how it performs is something like in between, but rather more goes towards the Lisa Eldridge. Lisa Eldridge is my perfection. This is absolutely my perfection. This one is not my perfection, but it's pretty close. Because the way how it looks like and performs is absolutely nice and quite impressive. I like it, but I don't love it. Which one I love it? I love the one from Lisa Eldridge. And then when it comes to the maximum moisture, Hourglass Veil is my favorite in that category. So yes, guys, I guess that would be all what I wanted to say. Once again, allow me now to approach so that you can have your own look into the situation and everything that has happened. I think that the products from Lancome definitely delivered the promise of being a skin perfecting, non-drying, because as you can see, there's no dryness in here. And then when it comes to the under eye area, everything is good. Absolutely everything is good. So when it comes to Lancome, I can definitely say that it has delivered the promise of serum skin caring products, hybrid products when makeup meets with skincare. That promise is definitely delivered. So no wonder that ParisStar gives a green light to these products, very mature, skin-friendly products. So yes, guys, I guess that would be all what I wanted to say. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much for tuning into my channel. On my channel, we are celebrating the diversity and beauty, because we are all different, but with our differences, we are all gorgeous, unique, and beautiful. Guys, thank you so very much for your continuous support on my channel, for your likes, for your subscriptions, and your comments. I love interacting with you and gives you answer to whatever you would like to ask me. Guys, it's time to say goodbye, because it's really the end of the day. Look at this. Hello. Thank you very much for your visit. See you soon in my next episode. Kisses and cuddles. And guys, as for now, take care. Bye bye now.